Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now this is a bit of a peculiar video. It's not a build, it's not a fly. One could classify it as a bit of a rant really, and it's all to do with a video that I put up on the tube a couple of days ago, and it was the Jets in the Mist video. Now what I did was when I took that video and edited it, I thought, you know what, this is a great fun video. It shows off the fun side of the sport that we've got with model aircraft flying. And it was a dismal day, and it was the end of a bit of a dismal year for me in particular, as I've mentioned before on previous videos. But it was a fun time that was being had by some of the guys up at the field. I belong to various forums, and I put a link to the video on one of the forums. And unfortunately, some people started to question the safety, the legality of the flying that took place. And it all revolves around, in the UK, the CAA, we have our Article 16, which allows us to fly our model aircraft. But one of the things, quite rightly so, is a stipulation that we mustn't fly beyond the visual line of sight, BVLOS. And some of the guys on the forum started to question if the flying was in contravention of Article 16, in other words, BVLOS. And the reason for it was, during that video, there were comments about, oh, I can't see my plane, it's gone in the mist, oh, it's come out again, and so on and so forth. And quite rightly so, that did happen. And as a result of it, the pilots kept low and flying close and so on. But as can be seen from the video, well, actually you can't see it because I've pulled the video now as a result of comments on this forum. But as you could have seen from the video, if you did watch it, the guys took the correct action and they flew safely. And that's the name of the game, flying safely. Now, in my book, the Article 16 BVLOS is quite correct, but it relates, in my opinion, to we mustn't fly, for instance, behind buildings, behind lines of trees, where you've got total loss of visibility. Not for a split second, but you've got a total loss of visibility. And in those situations, you don't know what exists behind those obstructions, the buildings or the trees. So people may be there, vehicles, property or whatever. So there is a danger of, or a risk, of the danger of those models crashing into people and buildings if you lose control. A risk, a high risk. Now up at our field, when we were flying and split second losing visibility of the models, firstly, it's an open area. We're not flying above buildings or behind buildings. We've got fields all around us. Sure, there's a factory unit in the distance, but we don't fly closer than 50 meters of that factory anyway. So we're not in contravention of another Article 16 rule. But my opinion is that whilst the model's position was lost momentarily due to fog or mist rolling through the airspace, there was no danger to anybody whatsoever. So we weren't in contravention, in my opinion, and I keep stressing it's my opinion, we weren't in contravention of Article 16. But no, some people on the forum just had to jump in and say, well, possibly it's in, Article 16 says you mustn't fly BVLOS. And then to cap it all, another guy put on there, well, maybe I shouldn't really have put that video on the forum for the public to see, because it could put our flying in a bad light. And I think to myself, for goodness sake, that really got my goat. Put it into, bad flying. It was fun. Everybody was enjoying themselves, no safety issues whatsoever. And what better way to promote our sport stroke hobby than to show some guys having fun on a dismal day at the end of a relatively dismal year. Well, for me in particular, a very dismal year, as you will all know if you've seen my previous videos. But you know, what better way to promote our sport stroke hobby than to show people having fun? For goodness sake, all clubs are struggling at the moment with their membership. We've got an ageing membership that basically, as the years go by, people, as it were, drop off the shelf. Maybe 80% of all membership are in the age group of 60 plus, and we're trying to attract more people into our sport. What better way of attracting them and showing people having fun? It's not a serious thing. Yes, safety is serious, but we deal with the safety aspect in a fun way. We make it enjoyable. We fly for fun, for goodness sake. We don't have to go and fly. We choose to go and fly. And I, for one, if I didn't enjoy flying, I wouldn't go. It's as simple as that. So to have these people waving the, oh, you know, you're wrong on doing it this way, you're wrong on doing it that way, really, really did annoy me. And like I say, so much so that I pulled the video from that thread on that one forum because it incensed me so much. And rather than get into a protracted written argument on that forum, I thought I'd vent my spleen to you, my dear listeners and viewers on the channel. I apologise if it annoys you that I've done this, and I apologise if you think that I'm wrong, but this is my opinion of the rules of the Article 16. Comment below if you disagree or agree, likewise. But I just thought I'd get it off my chest and also explain why maybe some of you have gone back to look at that video again and why it's no longer there, because I put it out or took it out of the public view. I'm now going to put it back on view because I'm not going to kowtow to these wokies, call them that. Maybe that's too strong a word. Maybe I shouldn't use that word or that phrase. But these goody two-shoe people who tread very carefully on eggshells. And I would hate to be in their clubs, to be quite honest, if that's their attitude. I only want to be in clubs that enjoy flying for the fun element, or sorry, I should say model flying and building the whole process for the fun element. Anyway, enough of that rant and rave. That's a great start to the new year 2025. Rest assured there will be no more rant. Well, I say rest assured, not unless there are some more stupid comments on various forums, but rest assured that the next video that I put on here won't be me having a jump up and down rant, as one of our good friends in New Zealand does. It will be of me either building or flying. Well, thanks for listening, guys. I much appreciate it. As always, if you haven't done, please subscribe to the channel. Put a comment below, like it, or otherwise I don't really mind, because it's an open forum, obviously. YouTube channel is, and I'd like to see comments, negative or positive. Anyway, guys, on to the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.